Hello everyone, welcome to this October 2nd edition of the Lasso Portfolio Daily Recap. Overall, have a running profit of $85,000 as of today. Quick look at the market. The market was down pretty big today. The down almost 2%. S&P also down almost 2%, along with the NASDAQ, all almost 2% down. Russell down just shy of 1%. Of course, with the market dropping down, the volatility saw a big spike today, and the VIX is currently at 20. Bonds up slightly, about 0.25%, and gold up over 1% today. So now let's go ahead and go through our positions. So here, starting with Apple. Apple, we did have an income trade that closed out for profit today. So we got $330 profit from the Apple income trade. And then we also have a couple of cash secured puts on Apple that expire October 11th. So let's take a look at those. And here those are. So those cash secured puts are at 207.50. So if Apple closes below 207.50 by next Friday, October 11th, then we will buy shares of Apple. Next, Baidu. Baidu was up almost over a little more than 0.5% today, closed at 102.62. We do have 400 shares of Baidu. We also have an income trade on Baidu currently, so let's take a look at that. And that expires October 25th. And you can see here is that income trade, and in the green zone on that. Next, Booking. Booking down almost 2% today, closed at 1941.44. We have an income trade on Booking. Take a look at that. That expires October 11th, next Friday. And here is that income trade. You can see that well within the green zone there. Next, Chipotle. Chipotle down over 2%, over 2.25% today, closed at 809.98. We have a couple income trades on Chipotle. Just taking a look at those. One expires next Friday, October 11th. That is here. And you can see well within the green zone there. And then the other one expires October 25th. It's way down here, deep in the green zone. So looking great on that income trade. Next, Chevron. We have some cash secured puts on Chevron. And Chevron down over 3%, almost 3.25% today, closed at 112.29. So let's take a look at our cash secured puts. Those do expire this Friday. And you can see those are here in the money as of right now. So that's well within the area for us to buy that stock. So if Chevron stays below $116 per share as it is right now, then we will be buying shares of Chevron on Friday. So we'll see how that plays out. Next, DIA, which is the ETF that we use for the Dow Jones. DIA down almost 2%, 1.8% today, closed at 260.72. We do have a couple of cash secured puts on the diamonds. Let's take a look at those. Those expire next Friday, October 11th. And those are here at the 251 strike. So if the diamonds close below 251 next Friday, then we will buy shares of DIA. Disney. Disney, we are holding 300 shares. We have 300 shares of Disney. We don't have any options positions currently on Disney. Disney was down a little over 0.25% today, closed at 129.14. Next, Facebook. Facebook here down almost 0.75%, closed at 174.60. We have 200 shares of Facebook. We also have a couple of income trades, and we do have protective puts on our shares for Facebook. So let's take a look at all that. First, starting with this Friday's expiration, we do have an income trade here. This is deep in the danger zone, and you can see here it's actually in the money, so we'll be looking to make an adjustment on this over the next couple of days. We'll wait to see how things play out there. And then our other income trade expires October 25th. That is here, and that income trade is in the green zone. All right, next, GLD, which is the ETF that we use for gold. GLD up over 1% today, closed at 141.26. We have 300 shares of GLD. We also have an income trade. We had a second income trade. The risk portion of that income trade closed out today. So now we are just we just have protective puts on GLD, thanks to that income trade closing out for profit today. So we'll wait to see how that other income trade plays out. But we have protective puts on our shares of GLD. Google down over 2.25% today, closed at 1177.92. We have an income trade on Google that expires October 11th. Oops, and that income trade is here in the green zone. Next, Goldman Sachs. Goldman Sachs down over 2% today, closed at 198.25. We do have a couple of cash secured puts on Goldman Sachs, so let's take a look at those. Those expire next Friday on October 11th, and those are here at the 187.50 strike. So if Goldman Sachs closes below 187.50 next Friday, we will buy shares of Goldman Sachs at that price. Next, JP Morgan. JP Morgan down almost 2% today, closed at 113.25. We had an income trade on JP Morgan, and the risk portion of this also closed out today. So we still have the income trade, but it is risk-free at this point. We're just holding on to some long calls from the adjustment that we had to make on the income trade that we took as a loss. So waiting to see if we can make any more money on those. Next, Netflix. Netflix was down over 0.5% today, closed at 268.03. We own 100 shares of Netflix, and we also have an income trade as well as a covered call on Netflix. So let's take a look at all that. All the options expire next Friday on October 11th. First, the income trade, and that is here. You can see that is well within the green zone at this point in time. And then our covered call is down here at the 285 strike. So if Netflix closes above 285 next Friday, then we will sell our shares of Netflix for a profit. Next is NVIDIA. NVIDIA was also down a little over 0.5% today, closed at 173.04. We have some cash secured puts on NVIDIA as well as an income trade. So let's take a look at that. The cash secured puts expire on Friday in 2 days. Those are here at the 165 strike. So if NVIDIA closes below 165 on Friday, then we will buy shares of NVIDIA at that price. And then our income trade expires October 11th. And that is here, well within the green zone at this point in time. Next, QQQ, which is the ETF that we use for the NASDAQ. QQQ down almost 1 3/4% today, closed at 184.05. We have a cash secured put on QQQ. We also had an income trade that closed out for profit today, and we made a profit of $300 today on that income trade. And then we also still have these long calls that are the result of another profitable income trade that we had on QQQ. We'll be looking to close those out if we can for some additional profit if possible. Let's take a look at the options that are still open there. First of all, Friday's expiration. This is our cash secured puts at the 180 strike. If QQQ closes below 180 on Friday, then we will buy shares of QQQ at 180. And then October 11th's expiration are our long calls. Right now, completely worthless. We'll see if QQQ, if the NASDAQ rises over the next week, we may be able to sell these calls for some more profit. Otherwise, they'll just expire worthless. SPY. This is the ETF that tracks the S&P 500. SPY down almost or over 1 3/4% as well. Closed at 288.06. We have a cash secured put on the spiders. So let's take a look at that. That is for the October 11th expiration next Friday, and that is here at the 278 strike. So if SPY is below 278 next Friday, then we will buy shares of SPY at 278. Target down just shy of 3/4%, closed at 105.16. We do have some cash secured puts on Target, so take a look at those. Those do expire this Friday, and they are here at the 103 strike. So if Target closes below 103 on Friday, then we will buy shares of Target at $103 per share. TLT, which is the ETF that tracks the 20-year bond. TLT up almost 1/4% today, closed at 143.61. We do have cash secured puts on TLT. Those expire on Friday. Those are here at the 137.50 strike. So if TLT closes below 137.50, then we will buy shares of TLT. Very unlikely to happen at this point. And finally, Tesla. Tesla down over 0.5% today, closed at 243.13. We have some cash secured puts on Tesla as well as an income trade. So let's take a look at that. The income trade expires on Friday. That is here well within the green zone. And then we have cash secured puts for next Friday. That's here at the 215 strike. So if Tesla closes below $215 per share, then we will buy Tesla for $215 per share. And that is it for the portfolio today. Thank you for watching, and we'll see you at the next video.